Next things we need to do in our website is creating pages, that is home page, login register page, create gaming profile page, create team page, dashboard, etc. So let's start by creating our home page. So let's go to our Visual Studio Code. Let me organize my windows. Okay. Also, I have a reference to a website that we can follow for inspiration. I have created this with AI for inspiration. So here we have a header here, that is a title in the left. In the middle we can have discovery dashboard. Actually we can have find team or find player in the middle. Then we can have messages, profile, etc. Then there is hero section here that we can have, then trending games and quick actions. So let's start by getting our home page like this. So first of all we need to create our header. So let's start by creating a new folder in the root directory called components. So if I now run git status, okay, nothing is shown. That's totally fine. And let's get a new branch to add our header. And let's get branch and let's call it add auth header. One for the logged in user and another one for the not logged in user. So we will call our branch add auth header feature. Let's switch to it, git switch add header feature. Okay, we have switched to our branch. Let's also check by git status. Okay, nothing is created. Okay, let's add a new folder in our components folder called header. Then we are going to create a new file called auth header auth head auth header.tsx. Okay, we have created successfully. Now let's commit it. Git, let's run git status and let's commit by adding git commit dash m. Let's say add auth header.tsx file. Okay, commit has been made. Let's check our log. So head is pointing at add auth header feature, add auth header .tsx file. Okay, the commit has been successfully created. Now let's start by working on our auth header component. Let's start by export default async function called auth header, and it will return a div, not div but a header, and it will have three divs inside. One for, let's comment it, the first one will be the title div. Let's simply call it title. Then we need to copy this and paste it below. Then we have navs here. Then we have a menu maybe. So instead of div this will be nav here. Okay, this is totally fine. Okay, now if I save it, this is will be our structure of header. I'm not going to bother you with UI development. Instead I can just show you the code after I have built it. That is much better for time management. And one more thing, we need to add our header to our layout.tsx file because header will be visible in all pages. So let's add a header here above children. So let's import it here, auth header from header, and it will be fine. If I now save it, header should be visible because inside header nothing is there. So let's say PlayUnion here, and if I save it, header should be visible. Okay, header is now visible. So now I'm going to build our header here. Okay, now I have created our dummy auth header here, that is have a title of PlayUnion. In the middle we have find players and find teams link, and then we have a messages and dashboard link. Later on we need to change this component from link to a div or button, maybe because that will open a menu here. Let's also call this profile here. Let's call it profile, and later on when profile will be clicked, it will open a pop-up window showing dashboard, edit profile, etc. pages. So let's also remove the link from here and simply call it a div, and remove the href here, and let's give it a cursor of pointer. So if I now save it, okay, this is totally fine. So let's commit our auth header here. So let's run git status first. We have modified app layout.tsx file to add the auth header, and next we have modified the components auth header.tsx. So let's add these files and perform a git commit with message create dummy auth header. Okay, so now if I run git status again, nothing to commit. Okay, let's also push this branch to GitHub. So git push origin and branch name will be add auth header feature. So let's push it. Okay, successfully pushed it. So now let's check our GitHub and let's refresh. So we have a message here, add auth header feature had recent pushes 9 seconds ago. So if I now check it, so let's go to components header, auth header, we have a header file here. So let's merge the add auth header feature branch into the main branch. So let's first switch to it. I think it's switch master. No, it's not actually master, it's main. So let's merge git merge, and the branch name is add auth header feature. So if I now press enter, updating fast forward, this is a fast forward merge, yes. And if I now check git status, nothing to commit. And if I now check log, so we have add auth header.tsx file, and head is pointing to main, create dummy auth header. So we have successfully merged our add auth header feature branch into main branch. Let's see it on the GitHub. So if I now switch to main branch, if I now refresh, so we have 3 commits here. Okay, we need to also push the main branch. So let's do it, git push origin, that is main. Okay, the push command successfully run. Now let's check. If I refresh, we should have more commits here. Okay, we have 5 commits here. Create dummy auth header. So now let's delete our add auth header feature branch. We may not have pushed it to GitHub, but that's okay. So let's delete the branch with git branch dash d and add feature. Deleted branch. Okay, so let's check it by git branch. Okay, the branch has been gone, and let's git status one more time. Nothing to commit. Let's push the main branch one more time to apply changes. So git push origin main, everything up to date. So if I now refresh, the branch should be gone. Okay, it's not gone. We can actually delete it directly from here. Let's delete this branch, your branches, and delete branch. And if we go to our code again, we have one branch. We don't need to push feature branches to GitHub because we actually need to merge them into main, and we can push the changes to main branch on the GitHub. So if I now run git status command again, everything is up to date. So we have created our auth header. Now next we need to create our unauth header. So let's create a new branch, git branch add unauth header feature. So let's switch to it, git switch add an auth header feature we have switched to successfully. If I now run git status on branch add an auth header feature, nothing to commit, working tree clean. So we have switched to an auth header. Let's go to our components folder, header folder, and let's create a new file here called anauth header.tsx. So I'm not going to bother you again with UI development. So I have created the dummy anauth header. It will still have a title on the left and middle the links, find players and find teams, and on the right I have changed from messages and profiles to login and register link. So if I now go to our layout.tsx file, but actually we need to commit it first. So let's commit git, let's run git status. We have new file in our header, so let's git add and git commit with message add an auth header.tsx file, or maybe create, let's call it create an auth header.tsx file. Now we check our log, it should be visible. Okay, so we have created dummy auth header. Now we have create an auth header.tsx file. So what we need to do in our layout.tsx file is that we need to create a logic that will show the auth header to the logged in user and show the unauth header to not logged in user. So first of all, let's format it correctly for better visibility, and let's do it like this, also like this, and this also. So here we need to apply some logic. For session management, we will be using authjs.dev. For now, I am going to hard code it to logged in user. Let's say const is auth user and set it to true. And here we need to conditionally check if is auth user is true. Then show auth header, else show unauth header, and close that. So now if I save, nothing should be changed because we are logged in user. And if I now change it from true to false, it will show our unauth header. If I now save, okay, we have shown the unauth header, that is working correctly. So let's keep it to true for now and let's commit. So we need to check first git status. We have modified app.layout file and we need to commit changes. Git commit dash m. Let's say add hard coded auth logic. So this commit message would be fine. I'm not a great commit messenger, but it's fine. Let's push. Okay, we need to add it first. So git add space dot. Now let's commit git commit dash m, that is add hard coded auth logic for header. That is a much better message. Okay, it's now check git status. Okay, so we have updated our layout.tsx file for auth header and unauth header logic. So let's switch to the main branch, git switch, and then we need to switch to main branch, and let's merge the add unauth header feature branch to main branch. So git merge add unauth header feature, and if I now press enter, it's a fast forward merge commit. So if I now check git status on main branch, nothing to commit, and if I see the log, one line, we have add hard coded auth logic for header. Let's also push this main branch to GitHub, git push origin main. If I now press enter, the changes should be visible in our GitHub. So we have a one branch, that is main branch, because we have not pushed our add anauth header feature branch. That's totally fine, but we have 7 commits here, and the last commit message is add hard coded auth logic for header. So we have created our dummy header here correctly. Now we need to work on the home page.